Okay, for my instructional video, I have decided that I was going to teach people how to do something that most people think they know how to do, but they don't do correctly, and that is make a sunny side up egg. This is my wife's favorite, but it's really hard to get it exactly right. A couple things you just need. You know, of course your eggs. You need just a little bit of butter. You don't want to put the butter in the pan first. Some people put butter in the pan and they cook the egg with butter. Only problem is butter tends to burn very fast. One thing you do want to do is you want to use oil instead of butter. Just a little bit of oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan, just so the egg does not stick, because that's one thing you do not want a sunny side egg up to do is stick. Also, you want to cook it at medium-low temperature, because you don't want it to cook very fast. Okay, the biggest problem with people that are trying to cook sunny side up eggs is they tend to overcook it, or they tend to flip it over. You don't ever flip over a sunny side up egg. And what people, why I say most people don't do it right is, if some people, they don't flip it and it gets that little kind of, the egg whites tend to still stay liquid on top, and most people think that's disgusting. But there's a way around that, and I'm going to show that. This is the way to properly cook a sunny side up egg. Of course, you get the oil heated properly. You put your egg in the oil. Alright, now here's the secret to cooking it all the way through and not getting that gooey egg white on the top that people get when they cook it incorrectly, and that is to use a lid. You want to cover it completely, and what that does is that helps the hot steam inside the pan and the heat to kind of circulate around the egg, and it cooks it on the top and the bottom. Okay, after letting the egg cook for a little while, as you can see, it's still it's not burned. That's why you always cook it on low to medium-low heat. Alright, now, as you can see, it is, I'm going to lower it down even a little bit more here. So I just used the butter just on the top, just to kind of get that buttery flavor in the egg. But as you can see, the yolk is still solid. Alright, hasn't been broken, and then the white around it is cooked through. Alright, and at this point, as you can see with the oil, the egg does not stick to the pan. And all you really want to do at this point is just to get that butter melted. Alright, once the butter is melted, then you just take your now perfectly cooked sunny side egg out of the pan. And now, as you can see, it's perfectly cooked. You don't have that gooey top on there like you would get if you just you know, if you left it uncovered. And also too, as you can see, the yolk isn't busted, and it's perfectly cooked all the way through. And then when you go to break the egg yolk, you get that nice runny texture.